let's have a look at calculus, and this function is actually very interesting. So we have the function and we have to find the derivative of that. And we know how do we derive. We identify each item. Item is identified by plus and minus. The first item, easy enough. We have x to the power of 1. So therefore, the derivative of that will be the number that stands beside x. Then we have a number without x. That will go to 0. And then we have a fraction. Now, the problem with the fraction that we have x in the denominator. If we look at our table to look for a specific formula, the problem here we are seeing that we don't have a formula that have x in the denominator. So what do we do with that? Well, yes, you can use the quotient rule, that's true, but I think it is easier to change our x in the denominator to a negative power as using this particular formula here. I think that makes it easier. So we can write this function as 2x plus 5 plus, and we take that to a negative power, 2x minus 1 to the power of minus 1, because that power here is 1. And that does make it easier for us to differentiate. So again, we know those are the three elements. So we already identify here will be 2. Here that will go to 0. And here what are we going to do? We're going to apply that formula x to the power of n. When we take that n, that power in front, then x and then power minus 1. But since we understand that we have more than x, that means we're going to be multiplying that by the derivative of the bracket. And again, that's not going to be very difficult because what I have in the bracket, that number will go to 0, and then derivative of 2x again will be the number that stands beside x, so 2. Okay, let's put our derivative together. So that means here from the first element 2, the next 0, so we can bypass it. Then plus, that power goes in front, minus 1 followed by the bracket. And now we know that power here, minus 1 and minus 1, yeah, because minus 1 here, and multiplied by the derivative of the bracket, that's the chain rule applied, that derivative is 2. So let's simplify it a little bit further. Well, the next stage is to equal it to 0, so we can straight say that. So that will be 2 minus 1, and then 2x. Actually, we can multiply that. Oh, they want to do that. We can actually multiply that 2 by minus 1. So we have in minus 2 followed by our bracket 2x minus 1 to the power of minus 2. Now, we know that that is a bit difficult to take a bracket to the power of minus 2. So what do? We again use that very same formula in our table to now change that negative power into the fraction over 1. So that will be 2 minus 2 we actually going to have, and we bring that 2x minus 1 to the power of 2. Now, how do we solve that? Well, we can move items around, isn't it? When you are looking at any equation, you're not sure what to do, always remember you can move items around. So especially in this case, because we have 0 here, so let's move our negative fraction to the other side of the equation. We can take the bracket to the power of 2 using our formula, meaning it equals to the first number to the power of 2 minus 2 multiplied by the first value by the second value plus second value to the power of 2. So 2x to the power of 2 will be 4x to the power of 2. Then 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. That will be 4x. And then, oh, that should read minus, not plus. Minus, and then 1 to the power of 2 is 1, and equal to. Now that does make it easy, isn't it? Now, so what do we do here? When you have a letter in the denominator, you have to multiply by that denominator. So we are saying we're multiplying both sides by the value in the denominator. Or you can as well look at it as 2 can be written as 2 over 1, and therefore fraction equal fraction, we cross multiply it whichever way, we're going to end up with the same situation. So then we have to multiply by our denominator. And here, from here, it's simple enough because I can see I have x to the power of 2, so it's a quadratic equation. That means I'm going to be using minus b formula most likely. So first I'm multiplying the bracket by 2. So 2 multiplied by 4, that's 8. So 8x to the power of 2, 2 by 4, again 8x, and 2 by 1, that is 2. Now I'm saying since minus b formula, that 2 has to cross over so that I have all elements on the same side. Now what happens here? Now we can see that our plus 2 minus 2 gets simplified out, and we have only 8x to the power of 2 minus 8x left. You can still use minus b formula. Believe me, it will work. The only thing here, we don't have the c element, and that c therefore will be 0 in my minus b formula, or we can factorize, bring in front of the fraction 8x, isn't it? So I will be left with x minus 1. Now that I have that in form of the factors, I equal each factor to 0. So one value of x will be 0. And then here, the next one, we move 1 to the other side, change the sign, so 1. So therefore, yes, we did find the two values of x. One is 0, 1, the other one is 1.